Welcome back to Learning How. Today we are learning about Charles Knight. Knight was born in Brooklyn, New York on October 21st, 1874. As a child, he was very interested in nature and animals, and it was all thanks because of his father's passion for the outdoors. When he was a child, he would copy illustration from his father's natural history books. Also, when he was young, his father took him to the American Museum of Natural History. That just fueled his passion and his imagination. And so he began drawing when he was about 5 or 6 years old. But an unfortunate thing happened when he was young. I didn't say how old he was, but when he was a child, he had an astigmatism in his eye, which in of itself probably didn't render him legally blind, but when a playmate threw a rock at his eye, he then became legally blind in that eye. And he needed these special glasses that would help him to be able to see, to be able to draw. And so these are special glasses that would, I guess, help him, he said, but he had to be inches away from his canvas to be able to see. So that's kind of unusual and kind of unfortunate, but thankful he was able to overcome that obstacle in his life to continue to be such a great artist. And so when he was 12 years old, he enrolled into the Metropolitan Art School and he became a commercial artist. In 1890, he was hired by a church to be able to design stained glass windows. That's awesome. And 2 years after that, he became a freelance illustrator where he illustrated children's books and magazines. When Knight was 18 years old, his father died, and at this time he took the little money that he inherited and left home. He ventured off to the American Museum of Natural History again. Remember, that's where his father took him when he was a child and really inspired him. But this time he was going to meet with a gentleman there that asked him, that commissioned him to restore an extinct hooved mammal. That he said that there was these extinct bones that were on display, and they wanted a picture of what this animal may have looked like. So the fossilized bones were on display, and Knight used his knowledge of what a pig anatomy is. Like, he just said, okay, this is what a pig looked like. This is a hooved animal, so I'm going to just infer that this is how this animal would have looked and behaved and how it could have appeared. But then he also used his imagination to fill in some of those gaps, because not everything is known from fossilized bones. He had to make some things up. So the person that commissioned the artwork was thrilled, absolutely thrilled with the final result. And soon he commissioned Knight to produce a whole entire series of dinosaur type creatures from watercolors. So one of Knight's best known pieces for the American Museum of Natural History in the 1897 is called Leaping. And so Leaping Leopards. So you're going to see that right now, Leaping Leopards, and you're going to see this picture right now. So this picture is just really interesting because this is the first time that that somebody's able to take these fossilized images and they put them into action. Like, sometimes people maybe have doodled images and it was just kind of like they're standing there, but this is the first time how they would infer their behavior and put that into a picture. So that's kind of what set him apart from other people. And so he also was an illustrator for books and magazines. He was a contributor to the National Geographic. He wrote and illustrated several books. He became a popular lecturer, so it means he went and spoke before other people, and he described prehistoric life to audiences across the country. And so soon he retired from the public sphere because he wanted to be a good grandpa. So he said that he retired from the public sphere because he wanted to spend time with his grandchildren. That's awesome. What a great grandpa. And so on April 15th, 1953, Knight died in New York City. So Charles Knight is best known as an American wildlife and a paleo artist for detailing paintings of dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals. So remember, a paleontologist is somebody that studies fossilized bones or fossilized imprints. So Mr. Knight is a paleo artist. So he uses his knowledge of science and anatomy, and then he uses that to make art. That's pretty cool. Today we're learning how you are going to take your own dinosaurs and you're going to be able to draw your own renditions of what a dinosaur might look like. Be your own paleo artist. But the thing that we're saying for the element that we're studying is going to be movement. So let's try to incorporate movement into our artwork. So you're going to receive, there's some dinosaurs. I have a whole box of dinosaurs. So you have some dinosaurs that you're going to use. It can be like your model. You can use your imagination because he used his imagination. If you don't want your dude to be red, you can change the color. You want to have like some different type of spikes or something, go ahead, because you're the artist and you can infer what you want about these creatures. But we're gonna try to incorporate movement. So maybe you can have like this T-Rex chasing this poor guy, or you can have this guy maybe like whacking him, and that'd be like your movement, because that's kind of element. And then that's also kind of what Mr. Knight was known for, is that he had movement of these creatures, their behaviors in these pictures. So show me what you got. Show me your movement with your dinosaurs. You can be the paleo artist. See you guys next week.